From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Thanks for joining us. Today's program is brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Joining me in the studio is Dr. Robert Bingham, representing Utah State University and Uinta Impact Mitigation Special Service District. That's a mouthful, Rob.
I'm
but I
surprised
got
you got that out.
Welcome here.
It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
Well, you're no stranger to this program, and we're very happy to have you here to talk a little bit about the development on the property across from the high school. The Bob Williams donation, I know we talked about last time.
That's correct.
Before we get into what is happening there, can we just back up a little bit in time? It's not something that just happened instantly. What's a little bit of the background leading up to this point in time?
Well, I appreciate that, Chris. You're exactly right. Back in 2005, the Bob Williams family, and a lot of us think about it in terms of just Bob. But I think Bob would have us know that it's the entire family came together and said, what can we do for higher education? What can we do for our community? So at the end of December of 2005, Bob and his family gave us that 138 acres right across from the high school. That was going to be a housing development. Bob, in his own remarks, has said, we rescued that from the housing development and gave it to Utah State University and really to higher education as a whole. So Utah State, yes, is the steward of the gift, but we have some wonderful partners there, the UBATC, which is very, very important. So 2005 was the big kickoff, and as Bob said, nothing happens until somebody does something. And that has sort of been his mantra, his business mantra, his whole life, how he kind of set his pattern out. And so he decided to do something. And Jim Drollinger was part of that. Ken Anderton was part of that. Howard Carroll was part of that. The Merkley family was part of that. And the list can just go on and on. I'm sure I've forgotten somebody. But that whole piece came together, and when it did, it just launched this entire campus development. But it also, Chris, it launched an entire community development effort that has not slowed down. And I've had the wonderful opportunity to tell Bob and his family and others that that $5 million gift has now translated into $91 million of campus and community development here in our area. So yeah, that's sort of the background. That's kind of where things have been and where they've gone. So.
Well, we see as we drive by the highway, things are happening over there, and I know there's a lot of equipment and a lot of material, and we're actually starting to, from the layman's point of view, see things,
see stuff,
for the lack of a better description happening. Yeah. And I know that what we're seeing right now is that the cooperative effort with UBATC.
Exactly. Good point. In fact, let's just pull this out. Since we've had these sitting here for a little bit and get them right here. This is the new campus master plan for Utah State University and the ATC. And the green square represents the Bob Williams family property, that they donated to us, the 138 acres. And
just to orient, this is the high school.
This is the high school. Very good. Thank you. High school. Major highway, so 5th North right here. And this is what everybody's seeing going up right now is the Industrial Technology Building, is the CMU, the Concrete Masonry Unit Building, the brick building, and the steel, which is going up right now, is part of the classroom complex. So that whole configuration is up out of the ground. It's taken us a little while. We had to do a soil stabilization program with that. Because when they built the high school, they over-excavated, and it was a big swimming pool. Right. All the water is so prolific there that we had to drill 762 geopiers under the footprint of these two buildings for soil stabilization, and then put the footings and foundations on top. Wow. So it took us a while, but we saved about $3.4 million doing it that way.
Right. So these are the things that we maybe didn't see.
That's right. But, for 7 months, you never saw that. What you saw was an auger out there drilling big 30-inch holes, and 762 of them, so it took a while.
Now, there's a lot more that I want to talk about here in this, but we do need to take a quick break.
Great.
And we'll come back, talk a little bit more about the development that is going on and maybe some of the things that they hope to see later on in the future. So we'll be right back with a little more Local Point here on VTV Channel 6.
Ashley Regional Medical Center supports the local community, from the Uinta High sports programs to the Relay for Life and the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. We work together to make our community a healthy and beneficial place to live.
Quality care with a personal touch. Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome back to Local Point. Here in the studio we have Dr. Robert Behunin from Utah State University, and we're talking a little bit about some of the development that we see going on in the new plans here. We just before the break, you brought out this this beautiful rendering. Let's go back to it a little bit and show us around.
Well, what we've got, Chris, is when we left off, we were talking about the classroom building, which is a joint effort between UBATC and USU, and also the industrial technology building, which will feature a state-of-the-art well control simulator. There are 3 of these in the world: Aberdeen, Scotland, Houston, Texas, and 1 will be in Vernal, Utah.
Wow. And
the ATC has acquired that through some partnerships and other sorts of things. And probably the most important partnership for that industrial technology building, is I'm going to pull this other board up here and kind of freak out our TV guys, is the Anadarko Industrial Technology Building. And Chris, you probably know that just last week, Anadarko announced a $1.5 million joint gift to USU and to the UBATC, and $1 million of that will go towards this industrial technology building to help workforce training and develop those programs for industry there. The other $500,000 will go to Utah State for an engineering program, and all of this keeps our workforce trained, allows us to be able to train those folks so that we can keep our economy here in the Uinta Basin moving forward at a steady pace. So we're excited about the Anadarko Petroleum Corporation Industrial Technology Building, and that's a mouthful.
So that is a mouthful, but
we're
it's
very
really
and it's this structure here that you kind of see the footprint.
Right.
This is the classroom building. This is the industrial technology.
So
component.
again, this is the piece that we see right now. The walls
the
are going
brick,
up. Okay.
And the classroom is the steel portion. So
very good.
But the probably, I'm going to switch this again and so we can reference. We have roads going in on 2000 West and also on Main Street at the bottom. And those are being...
So the Main Street Road will cut all the way through.
Through our southern border, all the way to 2500 West. And Aggie Boulevard will be 2000 West and cut across some of the wetlands and down and hook into Highway 40 as well. And what that makes possible, because of the Transportation District and the support of the community, they're doing all of that for us. It's just incredible, the amount of community support. Is that makes possible this second building, which is the Bingham Entrepreneurship and Energy Research Center, $15 million of which came from Mark and Debbie Bingham of Vernal. And we're going to move forward on that. We'll probably have a groundbreaking in late October. So this is going to be this, let me slide this just a little bit. That's this, this building here, which will be about a 75,000 square foot research facility. We'll have water, plants, soils, wildlife mitigation in terms of the energy components. We'll do some alternative fuels experimentation with algae and biofuels. We'll have chemistry research labs, anatomy research labs. I have the building program in my office, and I actually saw the plans for the cadaver lab.
Wow.
So that ought to be interesting in terms of our nursing students.
Wow.
We'll also have a state-of-the-art entrepreneurship center where we can do Seed Utah programs, angel investment programs, technology to commercialization programs, so that we can increase our business component here in a technological footprint that will create sustainability as it works with industry, but also as it kind of diversifies, not putting all of our eggs in one basket, you know, the energy basket or the mining basket, but creating some alternate components for business development here. That will be a central role, and Mark and Debbie Bingham have said we want entrepreneurship to be central to what we're doing here, whether it's energy or whether it's the water issues. And you noticed earlier the water that's on the property, and that will be an integral component. We're also partnering with federal folks. We're talking about a cogeneration plant, electrical cogen plant that might use biomass from the Ashley National Forest and propane, or not propane, but natural gas backup. And so we'll have some state-of-the-art components on this campus as we move through and continue to develop it.
So Rob, it's a pleasure as always. We could probably stand to have 3 more of these shows to talk about the things that are going on. In the meantime, if people wanted to get a little more information and keep abreast of what's happening here, could they just check with the local USU office?
Yeah, give us a call. Ask for me. I'd be glad to tell them what's going on.
You'll tell them personally.
And also look for our upcoming publication at the end of the year in the Vernal Express and Uinta Basin Standard. We'll be doing some full layouts and pullouts, letting people know what's going on.
Very good. Thank you for all the information
Thanks,
today. It's very exciting to see this stuff going on. And thank you for watching Local Point on VTV Channel 6. For more information on this program, you can also visit our website, www.vernal.tv. Please join us next time.